Today is the age of communication. The speed of communication we are experiencing today has never been in the days before. Nothing affects the rate of success today than the bridge of communication. Without it, success is almost impossible to achieve. It is the essence of human success, the power of communication. It builds relationships, creates value, optimizes customer satisfaction, and brings success and loyalty. However, communication is not only about speaking, rather, it is the art of listening. Listening is considered to be the most neglected part of communication. It is an art that has been lost, the lost art of listening. Today we are becoming more and more impatient. We have lost our listening capacity and we are losing our understanding. Stephen Covey, in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, has stated, "Seek first to understand and then to be understood through listening." Today we have less time to listen. Listening is a skill that needs practice. It is an active process. It requires attention. When we are born, the first skill we learn is listening, then speaking, then reading and writing. However, in the formal years of training and education, the skill of listening is taught negligibly. Although we use 45% of our time in listening, the formal years of education and training in the listening skill is negligible. How often we praise our child for good handwriting? Have we praised our child for good listening? Why? Listening is easy. It's natural. No, listening looks easy, but it's not that simple. If you ask a group of people to give you one word description of listening, some would say it is hearing. But hearing and listening are two different things. Listening is hearing with purpose. Hearing is a physical process, it's natural. However, listening is physical and mental. It is a learned process. It is active and it is a skill. It is hard but achievable. Why do I need to achieve the skill of listening? Listening is one of the most sincere forms of respect for the other person. You can't learn anything with your mouth open. The most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and be understood. And the best way to understand people is to listen to them. I would like to narrate here a short, true story about the power of listening. A person was invited to meeting his wife's co-workers from her new job for the first time. The person felt anxious as the time for the party grew near and wondered whether they would like him or not. He rehearsed various scenarios in his mind in which he tried in different ways to impress them. He grew more and more tense as the time neared. But on the way to the party, the man came up with a radically different approach, one which caused all of his anxiety to melt completely away. He decided that instead of trying to impress anyone by speaking, he would spend the evening simply listening to them and summarizing what they had said. At the party, he spent the evening listening carefully to everyone, responding with phrases like, "Oh, I understand what you are saying. Is that so?" He also avoided voicing his own opinions. Even at times, it meant biting his tongue to keep him from doing so. To his amazement, he discovered that his wife, whom he had not told about the experiment, told him that a number of people had made a point telling her what a remarkable person her husband was. The word charismatic was used by one person to describe him, while another person said that he was the most articulate person she had ever met. Listening is one of the best ways to persuade others. As Dean Rusk simply states, that one of the best ways to persuade others is with your ears. God has given us 2 ears and 1 tongue. It shows that we should listen more and speak less. It even denotes that listening is twice as hard as speaking. What will I get if I listen? Listening is a form of acknowledgement. Listening builds relationships. Listening promotes being heard. If you listen, you will be listened to. Listening creates acceptance and openness. Listening leads to learning. Listening is critical in conflict resolution. And of course, listening reduces stress and tension. It minimizes confusion and misunderstanding. It is said, when you have learned how to listen, well, that's when you have learned everything you need to know in your life. So, let's learn listening.